chop, chop, headed straight to the top. I only play to win, about to close up shop. So tapping dead in, the pen once again. Beat the misses I seen. Take the levels that you devils can't comprehend. Big body beans, as I floss through the side. Big blue lens, now what you talking about? Close your mind, as I tell you.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. And tonight it'll be the Oklahoma City Thunder going up against the Sacramento Kings. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, the Kings, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And checking out Sacramento, they're down at the bottom of the barrel in terms of standings. I can't imagine how toxic the mood in that locker room has to be here after these struggles.
Yeah, especially considering no one saw this coming. These guys had high hopes coming into the season.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. We've got Russell Westbrook. Achua is out there with Keegan Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and for Oklahoma City, at the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. Wallace misses. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Kings. Tim, you talk about a player with quick hands. That's Cason Wallace.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not just the hands that make him a threat on D. It's his lateral quickness, anticipation, and positioning. He just has that sixth sense about where the ball is going next.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
A bit ago, Mark Dacknault and I were able to chat. I asked how you counter a player with DeMar DeRozan's versatile scoring. We're putting a close sign on the mid-range tonight, Coach joked, adding, we're going to be very tight in that area defensively and not give him what he wants. Sounds like DeMar is in for an uphill battle tonight. Guys, back to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Here's DeRozan after Oklahoma City gets the 3. Back to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Achua. A dunk by Achua.
And just look how naturally Westbrook creates for his guys. An effective use of the pick and roll there.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Holmgren up top, covered by Achua. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. Over Westbrook. On the wing, Wallace. And the Thunder, another 3.
and they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's DeRozan. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. The kick out to Westbrook. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Thunder leading by 6. Pass to Wallace. SGA against DeRozan. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. Greg, I think now is when we really see the value of depth as teams prepare for the playoffs.
It always helps when you can spread out your minutes, prevent stars from being overworked, and diminish the risk of injury.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to DeRozan. A three. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
And he hits the first of 3. And with the depth of this Oklahoma City Thunder team, Tim, who's an impact player on this roster that might fly a little bit under the radar?
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's Aaron Wiggins. I look at a guy that in any other situation, you might be able to average 15 to 18 points a game, but in Oklahoma City, he has sacrificed shots and minutes to be part of a winning team, and he competes every night.
He does indeed. Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. Into his mid-30s, the veteran DeMar DeRozan holding up well, Greg.
And such a consistent presence for his team. DeMar plays at his own speed, and he has mastered the art of the mid-range.
Here's Westbrook, following the score by Oklahoma City. Westbrook, a screen on Wallace. Wallace against DeRozan. Count the basket.
Tormenting his way through. DeRozan showing what he's made of.
The Thunder leading by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Holmgren in the corner. Wiggins surveying the floor. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Westbrook passes to Murray. Back to Westbrook. Kings moving the ball around. Pass to DeRozan. There's a screen. 3-pointers off the mark. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 15-6 run. Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Westbrook. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
Well, that is the definition of an unforced error. Very unfortunate. And the coach is going to have something to say about that.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Isaiah Joe comes in for Chet Holmgren. And it's Mitchell in for Cason Wallace. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Carter against Mitchell. And it's Carter missing.
The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
Pass to Hartenstein. Back to SGA. Clock at 6. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Monk looking around. A 3-ball. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Thunder lead by 9. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, the energy was there. The communication was there. I think they can build on this going forward.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. McDermott is out there with Drew Eubanks. Then there's Carter. Then it's Malik Monk. It's Clifford at the 3 spot. Joe with it. Monk defending. Target from three-point range. The Kings trail by 9. Carter outside. Pass to Monk. Now here's McDermott. Carter looking around. Over Mitchell. And it's Carter missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Mitchell outside. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Joe can't get it to go. And here are the Kings now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
And you know, when I watched that game back, I thought they actually did play well. The other team just played better.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss. What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Hey, Greg, they dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The fifth head coach in the last 7 years, that seat is always hot in Sacramento.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Some changes. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Alex Caruso. Here's Murray. Scoreless thus far. Outside DeRozan. To Achua. 5 to shoot. Here's DeRozan. Fires at the elbow. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. GA. Shot from 12. It's hauled in by Achua. The Kings trail by 11. Joe. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the shot goes in. Holmgren's got the lead up to 13 now for Oklahoma City.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Now, here's Monk. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Chet Holmgren checked some boxes. He said if you can play defense and shoot the ball, you can pretty much play on any court, anywhere. Those are two things that are always needed on the basketball court, and that's where the foundation of my game started. Guys, back to you.
A unique talent. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. For the Thunder, Kenrich Williams. He's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Dort comes in for Isaiah Joe. And Wallace subbed in for Mitchell. And a change for Sacramento. Westbrook's checked in. On defense, Sacramento. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Here we go, one-on-one. Takes the three. Cranes the three-pointer.
Westbrook is so much more difficult to defend when that three ball is going down.
Outside, Dort. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Pass to Wallace. Dort is screen on DeRozan. Wallace. The Thunder with another miss.
Well, he was hoping to respond with a three of his own. He just couldn't get it to go.
DeRozan's shot is good. And now it's just a 4-point Thunder lead.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
In a tight game like this, you really have to take it one possession at a time. Focus on limiting mistakes.
Pass to Wallace. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Williams. And finished off by Williams.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story, things are going well for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Well, before we move on to the next part of the show, hey, Jet, you get enough sleep last night?
Oh, why are you asking? I'm a little tired, but, you know, I'm a busy man, Ernie. You know, I got a lot going on, but I'm here. Like, what's going on? I'm ready. What are we doing here?
We're on now, but don't worry about it. You can sleep behind the desk. Nobody will even notice you're gone. Hey, get him a pillow.
Come on, fellas. We got a job to do. Take it a little seriously, would you?
Bring me a pillow, too.
All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Sacramento Kings.
Their shooting percentage is awful. They would have been better off rolling out Ernie.
That's where you're wrong. I wouldn't miss a shot because I wouldn't be able to get one off. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Kings. They trail by 6. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Dort and Holmgren are the forwards. At the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5 down low. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last, and still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
Outside Westbrook. There's a screen by Achua. Got a piece of it.
Yeah, no way. Not happening. Hartenstein denies it. The 7-footer getting it done defensively.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Yeah, when your lead guard is doing that, it just creates excitement.
Achua kicks to DeRozan. Pass to Westbrook. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And they continue to control the glass.
Gilgeous-Alexander driving in. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
And if SGA gets a step on the defense, it's over. Look how quick he is to the rim.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's DeRozan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Tim is one of the most accurate three-point shooters this league has ever seen. Give us your top shooters in the game today.
Yeah, it's funny because you always say, well, obviously Steph, so it's almost like any conversation puts him in a different category. I obviously agree with that. I look at a guy like Damian Lillard with that unlimited range and his ability to pull up from anywhere. Even a guy like Trae Young, I would put into that category because of the range, Kevin. It just extends defenses so far.
What a list. And the second free throw, good. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Holmgren outside. Outside, George. Three-pointer hits the three-point bomb. George got 6 in the quarter.
Whatever they said at halftime, it is working. They look super confident out there.
Got a piece of it. Holmgren with the steal. DeRozan against Wallace. Hartenstein can't get it to go. The Kings trail by 13. To the paint. That one goes. Count it.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
And coach is looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Adjustments are everything in this league, and you need to maximize your time to make those adjustments.
Now take a look at some of the numbers for Precious Achiuwa.
And the past 10 games have been all about his work on the boards. He's been a different guy when it comes to rebounding. He's battling like he hadn't been earlier in the year, and it's great to see that kind of hustle.
Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. SGA against Westbrook. Holmgren with a screen on DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Steps back. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And Tim, the quintessential unstoppable force, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, taking his offensive game to a level rarely matched in league history.
Oh, Kevin, I'm running out of superlatives. The ability to score at every level. He gets to the foul line. He makes guys better. I just marvel at the totality of it.
The Thunder leading by 11. Holmgren outside. SGA feeling it out a bit. Over in the corner, Dort. Wallace outside. Shoots over DeRozan. Will not go. This is off the front iron. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. The Thunder are trying to be efficient scoring. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, ultimately, it just comes down to taking what the defense gives you and trusting your teammates. You need them to win at a high level. That's clear as day, and I want to win at a high level, so I have no option. Back to you, Kevin.
Sharing the ball. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting.
And you love seeing Holmgren go strong at the rim.
Here's Westbrook. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And Doug Christie wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Big group substitution here for Sacramento. 1:07 left here in the third quarter. Here's Clifford, still without a basket. Monk, no one around him. Sacramento again missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Mitchell with it. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And here's Monk. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. It's a 13-point game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Westbrook. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
Just so versatile. I mean, Westbrook can go to the hole, bring it back out for three, or in that case, just rise and fire from mid-range.
Williams, a screen on Westbrook. Over in the corner, Williams. From outside, off the mark. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The Thunder leading by 11. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th. Carter out there with Monk. Then there's Drew Eubanks. Then it's DeRozan. It's Clifford at the 3, the small forward. Bangs on the trifecta.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Eubanks, the pass to Monk. And Carter has it in the corner. 6 to shoot. Unloads from 13. Rebound by Williams.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Wiggins kicks to Mitchell. Holmgren with a screen on Clark. Buries the long-range jumper. Mitchell's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Thunder.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Monk outside. Over Joe. The shot by Monk is no good. The Thunder leading by 17. Pass to Mitchell. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. It's Joe on the wing. Here's the 3. Again, Mitchell missing. And for Sacramento, they're shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Pass to Holmgren. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull up, you know, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill. And then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
And we got a timeout called by Doug Christie. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Dort comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Wallace is checked in for Isaiah Joe. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Mitchell. Sacramento with the ball. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Here's DeRozan. Again, the miss by the Kings.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
For three, Holmgren. Sacramento grabs the miss. Outside DeRozan. Looking to end the run, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. DeMar DeRozan hits them both. The Thunder leading by 17. Now Holmgren. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. Holmgren sets the screen for George. From outside. Doesn't get that one. The Kings trail by 17. Here's Westbrook. Murray misses the three. Thunder have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Holmgren looking around. Now Dort. Here's SGA. 1:56 left in the fourth. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Outside, Dort. Pass to Holmgren. Westbrook against SGA. Second chance shot. And there it is for him. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Thunder.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, offensively, he was about as locked in as you can be, and his team continued to find him.
And DeRozan, here we go, and the shot is good. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Holmgren outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Westbrook. SGA, no good. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. Here's SGA.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now, let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Shea, you were using those long arms to be disruptive on the defensive end. What's your focus at that end of the floor?
I'm just trying to be as active as possible. And like you said, getting my length involved, something I've been blessed with, and I just want to use it.
That activity, that length was noticed. Congratulations.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.